Etta Murfitt, and I'm the Associate Artistic Director at Matthew Bourne's New Adventures. And I'm also playing Old Kim, hence the costume, not the glasses though, these are mine, and Peg Boggs in the show. Today is very exciting, as this performance is very special, as it's a sensory adapted performance. That means we can open this performance up to many more audience members who may not usually come to the theatre and watch a show. So that's amazing, isn't it? During this performance, the house lights will be up a little bit, and the sound and lighting has been adjusted to make it easier to watch and listen. You can use your digital devices if you need to, but they need to be on silent, and please don't film or take any photos. And if you feel at any time you need a break from the theatre, you can come and go as you please. The doors, particularly at the back, I think, are going to be open. This performance is a dance theatre show, which means that there are no words, and the story is expressed by dance, movement and gesture. So no one will speak, but you will hear us use our voices sometimes by making sounds to express our emotions. This story is about Edward Scissorhands, and Edward has scissors for hands, and that makes it very difficult for him to fit in, find love and be part of a community. Edward is very kind and sometimes misunderstood in the story, and you may think he's a scary character, but he's very innocent and only wants to do good. We'll be meeting Liam, who is playing Edward today, in a little bit. There are lots of exciting projection and lighting and sound effects, as well as our beautiful music played by our wonderful New Adventures Orchestra, who are just down here. Yeah. And conducted by Ace Lorak, who's just waving just there. They're going to play a small section of music so you can hear what the orchestra will sound like during the show. Over to you, Ellie. So now, we're just going to talk through some of the things that you're going to see and hear. So I think the gauze is going to fly out now, so you can see the stage. So, this is kind of how bright it will get on stage. But we're just going to dim the lighting now, so you know how dark it's going to be in the auditorium. Yes? Nice? Now we're just going to show you how dark it's going to get on stage, because there are some slightly scary moments in the show, and it does get a little bit dark. Yes? That's okay, isn't it? Now I need a little bit of light to read the next bit. Now we're going to just hear some sound effects. So the first sound effect we're going to hear are some cats and dogs. Oh, lightning, sorry, I'm wrong. It's lightning and thunder. Here we go. There you go, and they're slightly stronger when it's a little bit darker. Now we're going to hear cats and dogs. And also, because this story is about Edward Scissorhands, there's some snipping sounds, we're going to hear those. And also some slashing sounds as well. Yeah. And also, I'm just going to demonstrate one thing, because this is a live sound. And there's a trash can lid, and it gets dropped. So I'm just going to do that. Just so that you've heard that as well. Now we're just going to meet a few members of our cast. So the first person we're going to meet is Xavier, who's playing Little Edward and Kevin Boggs. Come in, Xavier. Xavier plays Little Edward at the beginning of the show. He's a young boy who's playing with scissors. Now these scissors, they're props, they're not real, and they're made especially for the show out of plastic, and they don't hurt. So Xavier's just going to demonstrate a few moves with his scissors. And there's some nice snipping noises that go along with this as well. Yeah? Xavier looks like he gets hurt, but this is only part of the storytelling, and he doesn't get hurt. And you will see a few pairs of these scissors throughout the show, but again, they're all props. Xavier then changes and becomes my son in the show, and towards the end of the show, it does look like he gets hurt again by Edward, but he doesn't get hurt, and he's just got a little bit of makeup on his face that makes him look like he's been hurt, but he doesn't actually get hurt. Thank you, Xavier. The next people I'm going to invite on are some of the characters that play teenagers in the show. So I'm inviting on Jade, Perry, Nick, Molly, Jalindi, Ben, Savannah and Andrew. Here they come. Come forward. So, these cast members wear Halloween masks at the beginning of the show. We thought it would be good to show them to you now. So they will put them on and then take them off. Warning, Ben, he's got a clown mask. I don't like clowns, so I'm just letting you know now. These masks are meant to look scary for the storytelling, but none of these people are scary. It's just the masks. So they're just going to put them on for you, so you can see what they look like. So we've got the clown mask, we've got a werewolf, Frankenstein, Elvis. This one is particularly nasty. And also we've got our lovely pumpkin boy, who's got his pumpkin on. But again, they're meant to be scary, but the people who are playing these roles aren't scary. It's just for the storytelling. Okay, thank you very much. Last but not least, you guys come in. Last but not least, we have Savannah and Andrew. And at the end of the first half, we have a fantasy topiary ballet where everybody is dressed in this sort of plastic topiary from head to foot. So I just thought you should see them because they're completely covered. And at the beginning, it looks like they're statues, and then suddenly they start to move. So I want you to know that they're cast members inside the costumes, and that they are moving inside. Thank you very much. Last but not least, you having Ben is playing Jim in today's performance, but we also have Katrina, who's playing Kim Boggs, and Liam, who's playing Edward. Yay! So, Liam, do you want to talk a little bit about the costume?
Yes, as you can see, hello everybody, it's lovely to see you all. Very excited to share this beautiful story with you. As you can see, I've got extensive makeup, wigs and costume. It takes over an hour to get ready for the show. We have an amazing team backstage. And then, obviously, as you can see here, are the famous Scissorhands. Now this is a leather glove, and then attached to the glove are plastic scissors, like little Edward's scissors. And that's it. They don't hurt anybody. Again, it's all part of the storytelling, and they're not dangerous at all, and they don't affect me or anybody else on stage. So we'll just demonstrate me getting into one of the hands now, just so you can see the process.
Yeah, just so that you see, and there is a moment when Edward is dancing without his hands, but most of the time he has these hands on. They're quite heavy as well. Do you see that? And then wiggle your fingers. Yeah, it's cool, isn't it? Now, thank you very much. There is a fight at the end of the second half, and we just wanted to show you a few moves. Again, this is all choreographed, and nobody gets hurt. So do you want to show your bit first? There you go. So it's all choreographed and nobody gets hurt. And then there's another bit with Kim and Jim and Edward. Yeah, see, it looks like she gets hurt, but she doesn't. She's absolutely fine. It's amazing, isn't it? You guys can move it. Finally, just so you know, in the middle of Act 2, something drops from the ceiling. It's not an accident, it's meant to happen, just so you know. And also, when Edward does his curtain call, when he comes right to the front and he lifts up his hands, look up, because there'll be a lovely surprise for you. I think the gauze is going to come in now. I'd like to thank our cast. Thank you very much for doing those things. And I do hope that this explains some of the technical aspects of the show, and that you really enjoy it. But once I leave the stage, there'll be a small pause while we reset a few things, and then the show will start. So, let's get on with this wonderful story of Edward Scissorhands, and thank you very much for listening. Enjoy! Bye!